Admiral Zekthara stood on the bridge of the dreadnought Inevitable Conquest, watching the blue-green marble of Earth rotate slowly beneath them. 300 ships of the Valdorian Empire hung in perfect formation around the planet, their weapons charged and shields humming with lethal energy. It should have been a moment of triumph, the culmination of the Empire's 1,000-year expansion across the galaxy. Instead, Zekthara felt an unfamiliar knot of unease in his primary stomach. "Sir," Communications Officer Hildek reported, his voice crackling with anticipation. "We're receiving a response from the human leadership." "Finally," Zekthara muttered. It had been 6 hours since they'd transmitted their standard surrender ultimatum. Most species responded within minutes, either with desperate pleas for mercy or immediate capitulation. The humans had kept them waiting. "Put it through." The main view screen flickered to life, revealing a weathered human face belonging to someone. The intelligence reports identified as General Sarah Chen, Earth's defense coordinator. Behind her, Zekthara could see what appeared to be a bustling command center, humans moving with purpose rather than panic. "Greetings," General Chen said, her voice steady. "I assume you're here about the whole surrender or die thing?" Zekthara's 4 eyes narrowed. The human's casual tone was unexpected. "I am Admiral Zekthara of the Valdorian Empire. You have one final opportunity to surrender unconditionally and spare your species the inevitable destruction that awaits all who resist the Empire's will." General Chen was quiet for a moment, then did something that made Zekthara's blood run cold. She laughed. It wasn't hysterical laughter or the desperate giggling of a broken mind. It was genuine amusement, the kind that suggested she'd just heard an excellent joke. Other humans in the background began chuckling too, the sound spreading through their command center like wildfire. "I'm sorry," Chen said, wiping her eyes. "But did you just threaten to destroy us? That's adorable. Do you have any idea what humans do when someone threatens us?" Zekthara's confidence wavered. In 1,000 conquests, no species had ever responded to the ultimatum with laughter. You do not understand. We have 300 ships. We have conquered 2/3 of this galaxy. Your primitive weapons cannot—" "Oh, we understand perfectly," Chen interrupted. "You have big ships and big guns, and you think that makes you scary. But here's the thing about humans. We've been killing each other with sticks and stones since before we discovered fire, and we've gotten really, really good at it." The view screen split, showing military installations across Earth suddenly coming alive. Massive railguns emerged from mountainsides. Orbital platforms decloaked around the moon, and the asteroid belt began moving in ways that suggested hidden defensive installations. "You see," Chen continued conversationally, "while you were busy conquering species who actually had something to lose, we were doing what humans do best, preparing for war. We've spent the last 50 years since first contact studying every military engagement your empire has ever fought. We know your tactics, your weaknesses, your complete unwillingness to accept casualties." Tactical Officer Vrendal looked up from his console, his voice tight with alarm. "Sir, I'm reading massive energy signatures across their entire system. These aren't the primitive defenses our scouts reported." Chen smiled, and it was the cold smile of a predator. "Those scouts you sent? We let them see exactly what we wanted them to see. Lesson 1 about fighting humans. We lie, we cheat, we set traps, and we never ever fight fair." On the tactical display, Earth's defensive grid fully activated. What had appeared to be a defenseless planet revealed itself as a fortress bristling with weapons that shouldn't have existed, powered by technology that made Valdorian engineers look like children playing with toys. "Impossible," Zekthara breathed. "Our intelligence indicated your technology was centuries behind ours." "Your intelligence was fed exactly what we wanted it to be fed," Chen replied. "While your empire was playing conqueror with species who had grown soft with peace, we were taking notes. Every battle you fought, every weapon you used, every tactical doctrine you employed, we studied it all. Then we built everything specifically designed to kill you." The first human ships began emerging from what had appeared to be empty space. Stealth. Vessels that had been waiting, hidden and patient. They were smaller than Valdorian ships but moved with predatory grace, their weapons already locked onto targets. "You want to know the difference between your empire and humanity?" Chen asked. "Your empire conquers, we survive. Your empire demands submission. We thrive on defiance. Your empire fears death. We make friends with it and invite it to dinner." Warning klaxons began sounding across the Valdorian fleet as human ships materialized around them, inside their formation, having somehow bypassed their sensors entirely. "Sir," Vrendal reported, his voice breaking, "they're everywhere." "How did they?" "Nanoscale infiltration drones," Chen said cheerfully. "We've been studying your ships for months. We know where every vital system is located, every weakness in your hull design, every flaw in your defensive matrix. We've been inside your fleet since the moment you entered our system." Zekthara felt the familiar certainty of victory crumbling around him. You cannot possibly hope to defeat the entire empire. Even if you destroy this fleet, more will come. Chen's smile widened. "Oh, we're counting on it. You see, we've been preparing for this moment for 5 decades. Every human colony, every outpost, every research station, they're all armed and ready. Your empire is about to learn what happens when you pick a fight with a species that considers overwhelming odds to be a Tuesday." The first explosions began lighting up space as human ships opened fire with weapons that tore through Valdorian shields like paper. Advanced AI systems, quantum torpedo arrays, and gravitational weapons that the Empire had never seen before turned the space around Earth into a killing field. "We tried to warn your scouts," Chen said as the Valdorian formation began to collapse. "We told them we were dangerous, we told them we were crazy. We told them we'd rather die fighting than live kneeling. They didn't listen." Admiral Zekthara watched his mighty fleet being systematically dismantled by an enemy that fought with a viciousness and cunning that defied everything the Empire understood about warfare. These humans didn't just fight to win, they fought to send a message. "Last chance, Admiral," Chen said, her voice now carrying the weight of absolute authority. "Withdraw now. Go back to your empire and tell them what you learned here today. Tell them that humanity doesn't surrender. Tell them that we don't beg. Tell them that we draw battle lines and dare the universe to cross them." As another dreadnought exploded in spectacular fashion, Zekthara finally understood why this small blue planet had produced the galaxy's most feared mercenaries, why human vessels were whispered about in the dark corners of space stations, why entire sectors had learned to fear the species that called themselves humanity. The Empire had expected begging. Instead, they had found war. And the humans were very, very good at war.